on fire. Manchester United is our desire. Through the rain, through the fight, Red Devils blaze through the night. Stars wave high in crimson tide. Streets alive, the city's pride. From Stratford End to every stand, belief and power in our hands. Glory, glory, hearts on fire. Manchester United is our desire. Through the rain, through the fight, Red Devils blaze through the night. Legends etched these hollowed walls. Giggs, Cantona, their shadow calls. Teeth clenched, fist raised, we won't hide. This is United, the Red Army tide. Glory, glory, hearts on fire. Manchester United is our
Hi guys, and welcome to MUFC Spotlight, the only home and the top channel for Manchester United news, either transfer news, AMORIM talks, anything to do with the mighty Red Devils from the mighty Red side of Manchester. We will bring it to you live here on MUFC Spotlight. I'm Dermot, aka Dermatron, filling in for Colin, who is not well at the moment, so get well soon, Colin. Either that or he's working too much, one or the other. He said to me, Dermo, could you do a Man United show for me? And I said, no problem. I love talking football, and I love talking football to you guys as well. Yeah, it's been an interesting season for Manchester United, really. You've got a big game coming up against Bournemouth on Sunday, away to Bournemouth, but you do have a tricky away tie in the Europa League on Thursday. So what does AMORIM do? Does he pick a strong side on Sunday, or does it do it sensibly, I should add, and do a side that can get a job done, but you're not sacrificing your best players for the game on Thursday, which I think is more important for you guys, for Manchester United, because Man United is all about glory. It's all about winning trophies. And over the years, United have done that again and again. But over the last sort of 13, 14, 15 years, you haven't done it. And I think also, guys, to be very frank with you, I think it's all to do with the Glazers as well. They need to go and they need to leave this mighty club alone. So do let me know what you think. Join me in the chat. Get your questions in on the chat. Let me know what you think of the game on Sunday. I'll give you some facts about it as well, which I'm just getting up now on the other monitor. Of course, Bournemouth is away. You have played them. Let me get stats up. You have played them 15 times with 2 draws. Bournemouth have had 4 total wins, 2 at home, 2 away. Man United have had 9 wins, 5 at home and 4 away. Your recent meetings really haven't been the last 5 games. Haven't been sort of great if you're a Man United fan. Your last win against Bournemouth came all the way back in 2023 on the 3rd of January when you did beat them 1-0 away. You beat them at home as 20th of May. You beat them 1-0 away. You beat them 3-0 at home in that season as well. So you did the double over them. But after that, it has been 2 defeats and a draw against Bournemouth, which for Manchester United isn't good enough, to be fair, if I'm being properly honest. United's form, 1 win in the last 5 isn't good enough for any standard, any team, anywhere. That's relegation form. And that's what both Tottenham and Man United have been showing this year, relegation form. That win came 3-0 against, of course, Leicester, but then you lost to Forest. You drew 0-0 with City, which I think was such a boring game, guys. For a Manchester derby, that was woeful. You lost 4-1 away against high-flying Newcastle. And, of course, last week, you lost 1-0 at home to Wolves. In previous years, you wouldn't have lost to these teams. You would have battered them. You'd have blown them away. But somehow this season, you're not doing that. Bournemouth, on the other hand, again, only 1 win out of the last 5. But They've only had 2 defeats out of the last 5 as well. The last 3 games has been a draw or win a draw. West Ham won up Fulham and doing draw 0-0 away to Crystal Palace. Your season in a total, Manchester United will end up in 14th place. Bournemouth are in 8th place, fighting for a European place. United have won 10 games this season, drawn 8, lost 15. I think if you lose 16, that's the most you've lost in a Premier League season. Maybe someone in the chat might correct me on that, but I think that will set a record for you guys. Bournemouth, on the other hand, 13 wins, drawn 10, lost 10. United, funnily enough, and we all slag off Onana. You all do. We all slag off Onana for being a bit of a crap goalkeeper, but he's kept 9 clean sheets this season, down to Bournemouth 8. And of course, your biggest win, of course, was a 4-0 home win against Everton, but your biggest defeat was a 4-1 away not so long ago against Newcastle. Bournemouth, biggest win 5-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, but they lost 3-0 away to Liverpool, potential champions, which for a United fan, it's probably like sticking a needle in your eye. Anytime they win, it hurts, and I bet it does. It's a bit like us, actually, when Arsenal win, it hurts us. Well, it hurts me anyway. You look at top player stats, you're looking at goals. Justin Kluivert with 12. You got Evan Leeson with 9. Bruno Fernandes with 8. Top assist, Bruno Fernandes again in the top stats, by the way, with 9. And then you got Dalio with 6, and then Kluivert with 6, and then most tacklers is a Mazzaruni with 100, Lewis Cook with 76, and 74 with Tyler Adams. So that's all your stats, and that's all your sort of stats for the game against Bournemouth. I just want to check who the referees for you guys as well. I'll get that information for you. The game you referee will be Peter Brooks. Eddie Smart will be the assistant with Nick Greenhand, the 2 linesmen. The 4th official is Tim Robinson. On VAR is John Brooks, and VAR assistant is Natalie Aspella. I've just seen who's doing the Liverpool game, and yeah, we haven't got it open now. Anyway, guys, I want to go over a few news for you, but what I was going to say to you, AMORIM, what? Look, I think Amorim's doing a good job, you know. I know it hasn't been all plain sailing. And I think any manager, I mean, he said today in his press conference that Rashford and Antony will return to Man United, and then they will discuss their futures in the summer. Now, what do you do with Rashford? Do you sell him? Do you send them out on another loan? There's a few people. We've got Højlund as well. What do you do with him? We've got all the news about that. We've got columns predicted 11 as well. We're going to go through that as well. We're going to actually do that first, actually. This is columns predicted lineup for the game on Sunday. And he's gone with he's gone for the 3-4-2-1 formation. It's a bit like a Christmas tree formation, I suppose it is. But he's gone for Onana in goal. He's gone for Ferguson, Landenoff, Evans. He's gone with a midfield 4 of Amaros, Ugarte, Mainu, and Jogger. And then at the front 3, he's got Mason Mount. He's got Christian Eriksen, and he's got Obi Martin up front. No Højlund on the bench, I think, from Colin. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of that lineup. And let me know if you agree with it. Is there any changes would you make to that lineup? Is there any changes that you would make to that? And look, I think Amorim's in a no-win situation here. I think he's got the big game on Thursday. I think it's more, look, the Premier League's important. Of course it is. But what do you do as a manager? What do you do if you've got a massive semi-final on Thursday? Do you still pick your strongest 11, or do you pick a squad you know that's capable of winning the game, getting you the 3 points? And I think he's in a no-win situation, Amorim. I really do. Really do. But again, get your thoughts in the comments, guys. Come on, I see if you popping in or popping out. Get your thoughts in. Let me know what you think of the lineup. Let me know who would you pick. What would your lineup be? And let me know what you think of Amaron. Is he doing the right thing, prioritizing the Europa League over the Premier League? Do you want to finish higher in the league? Do you? What would you do in the summer? Would you? Who would you sell? Would you keep Amaron? There's a few people that want Amaron gone, by the way, which I find it a little bit surprising. But there you go. But we have got some latest news for you guys, and the first one is that Matthias China, sorry, I'm dyslexic, so me pronouncing some words I do find difficult, so I do apologize. Matthias China to Manchester United, new round of talks are coming soon to get the deal done. Here we go, it's possible soon. There is a player that has actually been sought after by a few clubs, by the way. I think we looked at him as well. Do you know what? I think he'd do well at United. I really do. I think it's a step up for him. I think it'll be a step up for a few players in your squad. So that's actually a good shout, and I think we will. I think that will be done very very soon. Also, we've got transfer news. Exits the likes of Rashford, Sancho, Anthony, Malaka, Casemiro, and Haaland are all possible in the summer. Look, I won't be surprised if Anthony goes back to where he is at the moment. I'm saying it now. I would like Hoyland. I think Hoyland should stay. I think you get the right coach from him under Amarin. I think you might see this guy firing on all cylinders. I think the lack of goals has really become. He's not been creating chances, and I think that's the problem. Casemiro, I think he's too old for what I know from Colin and Kevin. I think they'll be glad to see the back of him. But Rashford for me is the big one, and Sancho as well. Sancho coming back from Chelsea. What do you do with him? New manager. Is it a new manager sort of like, okay, we're going to give you a chance? And the same with Rashford. But do you know Rashford hasn't really done it for you guys? So I think you sell him to Villa. I think he's happy there. And I personally, in my own opinion, I think you might be better off selling him. Anthony, I think he'll go as well. I think Casemiro will go, but I would keep Hoyland. I like him. I like Hoyland as a striker. I think he just hasn't got the service. But look, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, and there could be a reason why that he could be one of the players that are exiting the club. Really could be. But look, let me know what you guys think. Put it in the chat again, as I say, put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. I want you guys to get involved in this. Let me know what you think of these players leaving. Who would you keep? Who would you sell? Who would you loan? Would you loan Rashford out again? Would you say he deserves another chance under this manager, or do you think his time's done at the club? Do you think he's shot his boat? Do you think Sancho shot his boat as well? Do you think he should leave and the cost price, get rid of him out the club? Bad eggs. Anthony, do you want them to stay at Real Betis, or do you want them to come back to United? Do you miss him? Casemiro, I think for me, Casemiro, I think will leave. I think he's a bit old in the tooth now, and I think when you've watched Man United this season, I think he's tried, but I think he's lost a bit of pace, so I think he will go. But Hoyland, what do you do with Hoyland? I'm not going to lie. I love him to see him at my club. I really would. I do like Hoyland. I do like him as a player. But they're them players that are the exits for the likes of them 5 players alone. I think there will be a massive clear out at Old Trafford this summer. I think you have to sell before you can buy because of your financial reasons as well. And I think that's going to make it very interesting for the likes of Amarin and his team and the recruitment team at Old Trafford to get it right this summer. Because in my view, over the last, say, 3 or 4 transfer windows, I think United have just spent for the hell of spending. And you got Ten Hag saying, I can't do the Ajax system here. You've gone through a lot of managers since Sir Alex, and everyone can look back to Sir Alex era. He ran the club. I think your biggest problem, your club, and this is from an outsider looking in, I think it's your owners. And I think Jim Ratcliffe coming in as well hasn't done a good job either. I understand he's got to save money. I understand that the Glazers have got you into such a mess that he has to cut costs somewhere along the line. But I think he's going about it the wrong way. I think also to redeem himself to the fans, I think he has to work with the fans. He has to work with the fan groups. He has to also take advice from them what they want to do. And the thing for them is the Glazers are still in charge. They're the biggest obstacle, I think, to United going back to past glories. And I think they've been the biggest leeches on your club for the last 20 odd years at Old Trafford. Till they're gone, it's a bit like Levy at Tottenham. They're holding us back. The Glazers are holding you back. The Glazers are holding Manchester United back. It's like they're holding you to ransom. And players that come there, instead of coming for the glory of playing for Man United or the glory of any club or playing for the shirt, they're coming because of the name alone. They're coming because they know they're going to get the money they want. They're going to get paid shitloads of money and they don't have to perform. Manchester United's one goal at the start of the season is win the league. Everything else just comes as a bonus. But your main priority every year is to win the league. And if you're the club as the size of Manchester United, you're the club of Manchester United stature and history that goes with it. I think fans do demand you win the league every year. You're fighting in title fights. You want to be challenging for the championship. And you haven't had that since Sir Alex Ferguson. And that's down to the owners. It's not down to managers. You can't blame managers all the time. You've had really world-class managers that have won you cups. You become more of a cup team than a league team. And you had Mourinho and you had a few other managers that have won you stuff. But you haven't found the ingredients that you had under Sir Alex, and I think that is the problem. You're trying to bake a cake with the wrong ingredients, and it's not coming out right. You're not putting any, the cake's not rising. It keeps going flat. And if you're an owner's taking dividends out for football club, Old Trafford's falling around its zeros. You've got leaks in the roof. You've got the stadium's in a hell of a state, and you've got owners taking dividends out for football club. You have every right to be angry, and you have every right to be pissed off, and you have every right to demand answers. Why are we doing this? Why are we going down this way? And then you look at the likes of Rashford, who burst onto the scene, did very good during the pandemic, but suddenly gone off the ball because he's got a new contract. 300-400 grand a week. I don't give a shit anymore. Surely the badge and the shirt means something, should mean more than that. It means a lot. It means everything to the fans. When you were under Sir Alex, that team had identity. Man United had a name that feared everyone. And you don't have that anymore. You don't have that fear anymore. Anyone can go up to Old Trafford and say, oh, we can win this. Where before you used to go to Old Trafford and you used to think, Jesus, we're not going to get something here. Because you beat teams before they get onto the pitch. You don't do that anymore. And the likes of Sancho and Rashford and Casemiro and Anthony, they're good players, but are they Manchester United players? Are they the players to take you to the next level? Is Højlund going to be the next striker to take you to the next level? Is Onana going to be the next goalkeeper to take you to the next level, to build the foundations to go for a championship challenge? And the answer to that is no. You've wasted so much money on shit players that don't give a shit about Manchester United, the club, or what the club means to them. And you look at the old players like Roy Keane and them on Sky now, and Gary Neville. You can see it's killing them. It's hurting them. It's hurting Gary Neville completely, seeing the state of his club. And, Roy Keane's right. When you play for that shirt, it should mean something. For any team that plays for any club, it should mean something. And I just feel the players that are at Old Trafford now just don't give a shit. Yeah, they're perform for the big games. When it comes for the league games, which is your bread and butter, they won't turn up. And that's why you wear you up, to be fair. I mean, that's why you're now 14th in the league with 15 defeats. Says it all, really. Well, we've got also more transfer news. We've got why the salaries of Eriksson and Lindelof will leave the wage bill as well. So them two will be going as well. We've got transfer news as well. United striker priority remains on Liam Delap. So he is a priority for Manchester United this season. Guiancho looks to be on his way out of United this summer. Spurs are one of the 5 clubs looking at Guiancho, and I would love him at Tottenham. Really would. Now, I thought I had some more news here. I think I did. Where did I put it now? I think that might be it. That might be the rest of the... This could be the news coming up now, guys, because I've done it the wrong way around. But never mind. It's all fun here. No, that is not what it is. Well, I will give you the news because I got it on the other monitor anyway. So I will give you the team news for tomorrow. And there's some good news as well, guys, for you guys as well. That are right. Where is it? Thought I'd done it all. Yeah, here we go. Ahmad is set to be back in training next week. So he should be back in training. Ahmad should be back in training, I think, for the second leg of Europa League tie at home at Old Trafford. So that will be it. That will be a boost for you guys. MEMF Manchester United have had in recent weeks been scouting Real Betis midfielder American Johnny Cardanzo. Now, I know a few American people that rave about this player, but Man United have been scouting them as well. Real Betis have currently have Anthony on loan from United, and while no formal approach has been made yet, it remains to be seen whether any potential interest in Cardoso could give pave way for a swap deal involving the Brazilian winger. Let me know, guys, what you think as well. Let me know what you think as well, if that would be a good move for Manchester United. Well, guys, that is about it for me. That is all your news. That is all your transfer news and also Column's predicted lineup. I will put his lineup up in the community section of the channel as well. And yeah, and Colin and Kevin will be back soon doing more Manchester United news. I know I think they will be covering the Manchester United game on Thursday. But whatever you do, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep it red. Keep it Manchester United. And whatever you do, please like and subscribe to make this the biggest Manchester United channel on YouTube. Come on, you Reds, as Colin would say. In Big Alex Ferguson, in Big AMORIM, we trust. Come on. Let's end the season on the high for Colin and Kevin's sake. Come on, Man United. I'm going to get clipped to hell for that. All right, see you later. Bye.
Never stop. I push up from the top. We're gonna be